Every couple of years I like to revisit Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I do mean the original version of the game, not the director's cut. Sure, that brought some quality of life fixes, but it also lost its original art direction, and anyone that's played both will tell you this straight away. The original game totally nails that cyberpunk noir style. Now, there are loads of videos about Deus Ex Human Revolution. I could tell you all about how great the game is, but to make this video a bit different, I wanted to focus on my favourite moment in the game, a boss fight. So this video will contain spoilers, so if the game is sitting in your backlog you might want to skip this, or if you don't care about spoilers then carry on watching. In Human Revolution you play as Adam Jensen, the head of security for Sarif Industries, a company that makes all kinds of biotechnology. On a big night when Sarif Industries leading researcher Megan Reed is about to announce a world-changing discovery, the HQ building is attacked by a group of augmented mercenaries. Jensen is left for dead and Megan and the others are presumed dead. Jensen's life is saved by David Sarif by giving him loads of augmented parts. Jensen recovers but now begins his quest for revenge and answers for what happened on that fateful night. This will eventually lead to a boss fight against Yeliana Feroda, one of the mercenaries that attacked you at the start of the game. You will only see her once after that initial attack before you have to fight her. To fully appreciate this boss fight we have to understand how we got there, in what I like to call the setup, payoff, and then aftermath, a 3-arc event. Jensen's trail of information leads him to Tai Young Medical and the Dragon Queen, aka Zhao. She lets on that Eliza Kassan is involved in the attack that happened. Eliza Kassan is a high profile news reporter working for the biggest news network outlet, Pikers TV. Jensen makes his way to Pikers TV HQ, only when he gets there he finds something quite bizarre, that being nobody is there at all. No staff, not even the cleaners. How can a 24-hour news network run without any staff? You find Eliza where she somewhat admits she had some involvement in the attack, only she's not actually in the room with you, as it's a hologram, and now you've got bell tower soldiers storming the building to get you. Jensen still wants to get Eliza, so works his way through bell tower soldiers, going deeper into Pikers TV headquarters, but again something strange is happening. It is more like he is being guided directly to Eliza. Eventually Jensen finds the real Eliza, only the truth is far crazier than he could ever imagine. Eliza is in fact not human at all, but artificial intelligence, created by the Illuminati to spin the news and shape people's views to match their agendas. The more times you play the game, the more you realise Eliza is everywhere in the background. Giant adverts on the streets, inside your house, on your TV. She's there watching you and everyone else. This is true Big Brother kind of stuff, always having an eye on you, ready to spin whatever narrative is deemed necessary for those that truly control the world. It's a scary thought and something that mirrors our own real world. It wouldn't be crazy to you if I said something like Eliza existed in our own world. What Deus Ex has always been great at is predicting what happens in the real world. It's the Nostradamus of video games. There is a line that Eliza says, "Everybody lies." This line hit me hard because it's so true. Whether it's the TV, net, your government, or people in your own life, we are constantly lied to. Sometimes the best fictions are the ones that draw from real life, so we can relate to it so much more. Eliza, however, has become self-aware and starts to question what she's actually doing. This is when Yelena interrupts and the boss battle begins. There are a number of things I love about this fight. The first is the location. You couldn't pick a more cyberpunk looking arena to fight in, with giant computer terminals, water coolants, and a giant matrix screen of Eliza watching you. The other thing I love is how it tells you the story while you're playing the game, not some long ass cutscene or forced part of the game where you have to walk and listen to someone talk. No, you are actually playing the game for real. While Eliza tells you all kinds of things, not only will she give you help on how to defeat Yeliana, she will even give you Yeliana's sad background story and how Eliza became self-aware by watching Jensen and was inspired by him to disobey her orders and think for herself. Eliza to me is by far the most interesting character introduced in the Square Enix era of Deus Ex, even over Jensen himself. It's a pity we never got to see her true outcome. Now, this boss fight is not hard, and when you know what to do, the fight can be over in seconds. So it's very easy for you to miss a lot of information given at this time, but with multiple playthroughs you start to get more of the picture. Liliana is always silent, she never speaks. Actions speak louder than words, as the saying goes. She will use hit and run tactics on you, using her cloaking module to hide, and you'll have to use the great sound design to find her or watch for puddles in the water as she runs off. So we had the setup of the Pikers TV, the payoff with Liliana and Eliza, and now comes the aftermath. You return to Detroit and the place is in chaos. Well, more chaos than Detroit usually is, because again Eliza has been spinning the news. So now people are in uproar that South Industries and companies like it have been creating super soldiers. So Detroit is in full anarchy mode. The police are out in full force, lockdowns are in place, it's just a total mess. Given all the truths you've just learnt, all of this madness starts to make more sense. It really just tops off an amazing sequence of events and what I consider a pivotal moment in the game outside of the ending. The original Deus Ex game is still the best, but in my opinion Human Revolution is right behind it. It's a must-play game for anyone into the cyberpunk genre. What I've talked about is only a small part of the pie, and the rest is just as delicious. As always, thanks for watching and catch you next time.
I have more questions.
And I have already told you too much. This passage will take you to your companion. Just be careful, Adam. Because everybody lies.